Hello, friends. How are we? I think we're live. We look good. I'm very bright. I apologize for how bright I am. I just put on my light here because the window is there and it's very bright. So there's not really much I can do about that. I just want to make sure I can see everybody. That's perfect. Now I'm just going to wait for a couple of people to come in. But yeah, one of the things I want to do today is to go through a couple of updates that I've become aware of that I want to share with you guys. Because we're gonna have a new series starting next week with like a whole new room you guys have never seen before. Let me just see if I no I can't. Okay, I was gonna try and do something, but I can't do it. I'm not sure how to do it, to be honest. Okay, that's a random sorry guys. Random piece of plastic. That's the bin. But yeah, so basically, there's a kind of couple of there's something. Sorry, I just saw someone was looking for there. I hope you guys can't hear too much noise from outside. I do have the window open. It's very warm here today. So I have it open. If it gets too loud, also I hope everyone can hear me okay. If you can't, please let me know. I can adjust the volume. But sorry, John, I'll move this a little bit more central, so make sure you guys can hear me okay. But yeah, so a couple of adjustments and changes and things that have been going on. So obviously I wasn't here last week and I want to apologize for that. I just got very sick on Friday morning. All of a sudden, like I was feeling a bit kind of, dodge for a few days. My throat was kind of scratchy and at me and my nose, and I thought it was just, what I mean, I needed to clean a bit more and I just clean my room a bit and did a bit of dust in there. So I just thought, it's probably allergies and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it didn't clear. So yeah, that was horrendous. So I had tonsillitis and I still have one of the little whatever in my throat. I'm not going to make people sick, but it's not fully healed yet, but it's much better than it was. I feel a lot better than I did. And then obviously I was, as I'd said on the thing, which I then updated the post, I was hoping to do the stream on Saturday or Sunday or whatever, but Saturday I felt worse and just, it went on from there. But so I'm going to get straight into the updates now. And then obviously if anyone else joins or comes in, I can quickly jump back and refer to it. But yeah, so basically a couple of things. I know one I've mentioned before, so I'll probably start there. But I had mentioned to you guys about getting solar panels. So we had the guy in last week. What day was I don't know, was it yesterday he was here? I think it might have been yesterday. So that's a big huge update. It's coming. We're going to be getting solar panels. Which is really exciting. Which I know some people it's probably like that's not very exciting, but it is. Like so, obviously, as I'm sure you know, around the globe, electricity bills at the moment are ridiculous. So we've kind of been making adjustments in here to reduce the bills, like not using heavy duty stuff during peak hours. So washing machine, dryer. What else? Charging the car. Not my car. My dad has an electric car. That kind of stuff. So but the off peak times for us, the best time to do is between 2 and 4 in the morning. So we very luckily have a timer on the washing machine. It's also off peak. It goes lower at 11, but the best time is 2 and 4. So obviously, number one, we're not using the tumble dryer because it's the summer. We can just dry the stuff outside. But it's Ireland. It rains, so that's been annoying. But yeah, so like the washing machine, we're timing 2 and 4 in the morning. But obviously, if you want to do like a good few washes because you have a lot of laundry, because you're like me and you put it off for too long, and then you have a pile of laundry to do. You got to time it, and then rather than it taking a couple of hours, it takes several days. Because the machine I think takes, I think it's about an hour and a half to run. So if you put that on at 2, it runs till 3:30. You're not going to put another wash on. Also, I'm not staying up till 3:30 in the morning for laundry. No. Like, if I happen to be up, if I wake up in the middle of the night, sure, by all means, I'll put another wash on. But I'm not going to stay up till 3 or 4 in the morning. Just having my coffee. But yeah, so we're getting that. So that's gonna be exciting. So you'll notice the stuff on the bed here. If I do another live between now and the solar panel's been done, there's gonna be lots of stuff on around this room. So I need to clear out. There's a few things I've decluttered since I didn't film, just stuff I came across that I threw over there that needs to go. So this here, sorry, my camera is flipped for me on this. I need to figure out I was not flipping anybody off. I could mirror it, but I don't know how that's going to come up on the video. We'll figure it out another day anyway. But anyway, I'm backwards. So if you see me doing this a lot, it's because I'm trying to operate in reverse. So right behind us here is the hot press. And in the hot press, we keep the bedclothes. If you saw that video was 18 months ago, maybe? I don't know. It was a while ago. Anyway, we moved the bedclothes from downstairs up here into there because this was full of, like, I don't even know what was in it. I can't remember. But anyway, that system works much better. But because they've been coming and part of the solar panel inspection that they have to do is they check your hot water heater, which ours are in here. So yeah, so they have to get in and check it. And like it's not hugely like intrusive, but it's all the cables and stuff on top. Because the panels we're getting, they can heat the water. Like that's I think a lot of what they're going to be doing is heating the water. But so they're going to heat the water anyway. So they need to get in and they have to inspect the cables in there and make sure that they're like the right attachments and the right cables and the right weight. I think it's of cable. So there's like a 12 and a 16 and a something. I don't really understand. Like I know it's like the how thick the cable is and how heavy duty it is because you need heavy duty cable for higher flow of electricity. But they've been checking that a good bit, and we, as I told you guys previously, we've had multiple companies and obviously getting quotes and whatever. But every time they come in, we have to take all the stuff out so they can access the tank. Now the cable is on top, but they need to like look around it and all that kind of jazz. So they've been in like multiple times. So we take all the stuff out and then we put it all back in, and then we take all the stuff out and we put it all back in. And I'm not always here when it's done. So like one of the days downstairs and there was like so much stuff and they took out one stack and then the whole thing fell on the floor and it was a whole thing. But yeah, so if you see stuff in the back, that's why. I haven't put the bedclothes back. But yeah, that's going to be happening in, I think it's 6 weeks it takes before they can come in. Now I think they have to do, there's engineers reports and all this other jazz that I'm not entirely up to date with it. I know they've done the initial kind of checks and they've looked and seen how many panels they can put up and all that. But I will update you guys more with that as we get close to the time and as it gets installed and all that kind of stuff. I was also thinking of doing like a little series. I could do the main videos. I might just do it as an additional video just for anyone who's interested in solar panels. Because yeah, when I was looking them up, it's quite hard to find information on them in a lot of cases, and a lot of people are like, "Oh, I'm getting solar panels," and they'd like do the start before the solar panels come in, but they never talk about how they actually work and function, and if they're good on power and all that kind of stuff. So, another couple of updates: the building work we're getting done is going to be, I think it's September. That's what we've been told. I'm not entirely sure everything about that. I've asked for an update. Only today I asked for an update on that. So I will, when I find out more about that, I'll let you guys know. But yeah, so that's gonna be around, I think September. I'm hoping September. So we're getting quite a bit done. So we are getting the room I'm sitting in here. We are getting done. I'm not entirely sure because I have idea now. Okay, first of all, let me leave by saying I'm not paying for it. Okay, I'm not the one paying for it, so I have a limited input. I can suggest all I like. I can suggest till I'm blue in the face, but I'm not paying for it, so it's not up to me. We are doing some things in here. Number one, this horrendous wall color will be gone. If you had a house in the 2000s, I don't know if this happened around the world, but I know in Ireland it happened. Everyone had bloody magnolia paint. That's it. I hate it. I hate it. Sorry, guys, I'm very passionate about this horrible paint color. Our whole house was this color. The whole house. It was everywhere. Ooh. Anyway, I think this is the last room standing that still has the paint in it. It's so horrible. I hate it so much, guys. I hate it so much. But that's gonna be gone. So in this room, let me have a look on the walls. Yes, I do believe so. So okay, for everyone, what I'm talking about. So I mentioned this before in a previous video. My room is still wallpapered. My wallpaper, sorry about the sirens. My wallpaper was put up, I believe, in the late 80s or the early 90s. I think it was the late 80s when the house was bought. I don't know. I can double check. Sorry, a lot of sirens. Don't know why there must be something going on. But the wallpaper's been up there for 30-ish plus years. So even before I was born, that wallpaper's older than I am. But or maybe it's the mid 80s. I don't know. I'm getting far too much details. No one cares. Anyway, wallpaper's been for a long time. It's been painted over a lot of times. So that's coming down my room. It's also, I'm quite sure. Yeah, I can see seams here. Can I? I think it's in here as well. Anyway, that'll all be coming down. Which is going to take that disgusting. Yeah, there's wallpaper, big seam over there. All the wallpaper's going to be coming down as well. So with that, obviously, this paint will come down, and we're getting the ceilings. We have the, what do you call it on the thing? Stipple, popcorn. I think in North America, you guys call it popcorn ceiling. Actually, I can probably show you guys. Can you see that there? That beautiful lampshade as well. Anyway, that horrible ceiling. I don't even know if that looks the same. I hope it does. Anyway, I think we're roughly in the same spot. But that is still in. No, that seems very. I seem very. No. Oh God. Oh God, I never should have moved the camera. It's fine. It's fine. It's okay. It's okay. We're gonna go here. Okay, that's where we're gonna go. That's what we're gonna do. That's where we're gonna go. It's hard to also line this up when it's backwards for me. Yeah, anyway. So that still is in this room. It is in my room. I'm pretty sure it's gone out of my dad's room. Pretty sure. His is the most recently renovated. I don't think it's downstairs. It might be in the sitting room. I'm not sure. So originally we were getting the upstairs done. We're also now actually going to get some of the downstairs done as well. Just that ceiling crap. We're getting rid of that. It was very fashionable at the time, guys. It was very popular, very fashionable at the time. But yeah, so that's going to be going. It's all getting. I know it's getting skimmed. I don't know if it has to be scraped and then skimmed or it's been skimmed over. I'm assuming it's been scraped first. Yeah, there's going to be a big job done on my ceiling. Apparently, my ceiling is not in great condition. Like, it's not dangerous or anything. Like, it's not going to fall down or anything. But there's a good few cracks in it, so they need to be patched and fixed. That's fine. The dining room ceiling's also quite cracky, so that needs to be done as well. But yeah, so we're going to be getting rid of all this. I feel like I'm just repeating myself. Apologies, I'm waffling today. I'm very, no, me waffling, shocker. I'm still not fully back on my game. I'm still a little bit off kilter. I keep thinking I'm going this way, but I'm going backwards camera, guys. I'm gonna stop moving now. But anyway, so this room's been done. All the bedrooms are being done. I'm trying to think of the new information because I don't want to repeat myself again from what you guys have already heard previously. Because that would just be annoying. But yeah, we're getting that done. We're getting floor repairs done. I think the kitchen is fine. I don't think we're doing it with the kitchen. I think the kitchen's supposed to be getting painted. Kitchen, that's what I wanted to remember. But it's looking like we're gonna get a new fridge as well. With the whole thing. So with the solar panels, obviously, they go through with you all the usage and how much you'll generate a day and how much the average and how much you average use. And obviously, we are in Ireland. We don't get a huge amount of sun. They still work though. You don't have to be in direct sunlight for them to work. They still do work. Obviously, they don't work at night because there's no UV, but they do work. And I've been looking up into like how much the stuff is using, and our fridge is very, very old. And I was looking into doing a lot of research on kind of that age of fridge and the different ratings and the different companies. Now, I haven't found our exact fridge. It's over 20 years old. I didn't think I would find it, but the average usage on those fridge on a 20-year-old fridge is about 1,700 kilowatts a year, which is a lot. It's an awful lot. But it might not sound like an awful lot. Like if you work out per day and all that, it's not a huge amount. But it's not like a washing machine, you know what I mean? You can't just turn it off. It has to run all the time. But we've the box freezer in the garage. So I had suggested we get a fridge that's bigger with a smaller freezer because we have the freezer in the garage. So why do we need all that and half the stuff in the kitchen freezer? We don't use all the time. But anyway, so I hope you guys can hear me okay. No one has said that they can't. So yeah. Anyway, so um yeah. So the box freezer is in the garage. So yeah, we're getting the smaller freezer. We've been looking into it. And I've looked at now I did it today. I've done it a couple of times, but I forgot to take the measurements. Anyway, today I went and I took our measurements of our fridge. Well, like the cabinet. I don't know if you guys can remember from the kitchen. If you look back in the video, you'll see it. So it's like the cabinet or the fridge is built into a cabinet. But unfortunately, the cabinet width is a couple of centimeters off nearly all the fridges I've looked at. Even the narrowest fridge I found so far. Again, I haven't looked at a huge amount. I've looked at a good few, not a huge amount. Because I want to get a 60-40 or a 70-30 fridge, which is like 70% fridge, 30% freezer, 60-40. You got it. You got it. Anyway, they have 50-50 ones. We have one of them, but like if we have to get one, we will. But even with those ones, every single one I've looked are. Let me just read my measurement here again. Yeah, the cabinet is about 3 centimeters too narrow. They're nearly all 57 centimeters across, and they're nearly all 60. I found one that was 59 and a half. But like I can't pull 2.5 centimeters out of the sky. It's just not going to fit. So we need to figure out what we're going to do with that. Because okay, I don't know if I finished this sentence again. I'm sorry for being so scattered. But so the standard usage a year on a 20-year-old freezer is 1,700 kilowatts. The new ones, even not the top grade, just even the middle grade fridge freezers in a year is 435. So that's like roughly a third. It's almost a quarter, but it's massive. It's a massive difference. It's 435 against 1,700. Like there is no, do you know what I mean? You can't. There's no comparison between the two. So we were kind of discussing that, and like yes, fridges are expensive, granted. And it's not we're not just like throwing away a perfectly good fridge. The fridge is fine, like it's okay. It doesn't work the best though. Um, you know, if we could really do a new one. It's old. And I know they say old stuff lasts forever, but like the fridge, it's the temperature is sometimes some of the stuff in the back of the fridge or down the bottom of the fridge, you take it out and it's half frozen. Like it's ridiculous. And we do defrost it regularly and we clean it regularly and we do all the things, but like it's 20 something years old. Do you know what I mean? It owes us nothing. But yeah, the usage is massive. Difference. And obviously we want to use the solar panels as much as we can. Um, but yeah, I need to stop saying I'm annoying myself. I'm sure I'm annoying you. If I am, I apologize. But yeah, so fridge, hopefully there will be more updates on that when I have more news and more info on that. And hopefully we do get a new one, a really nice one, and then I can do a nice little video. Doing like some organization. I have some plastic tubs already in it. I might get a few more if we get a bigger fridge. My father would be absolutely disgusted. He's sick of me. But yeah, so looking forward to that. And I know not a huge deal, but like I just thought I'd share with you guys. What else? What else? I've told you guys about renovations. Yeah, I did. I told you guys about the solar panels. I did. Yeah, they're going to be 5 to 6 weeks before they start. I think they actually install them all in one day and connect the whole thing up in one day, which is really cool. Um, but yeah, if you're in Ireland and you're thinking about solar panels, look into it. Do. It's very good grants available. What else? What else? There was something else that I had to tell you guys about. Oh yes, our new series. Well, it's technically the same series, but it's a new section. So we've had the bedroom, we've done that. We've had the kitchen, we've done that. I've had a couple of requests to go back to my bedroom. We may do that before the end of the year. We'll see. We'll see. But anyway, so the next series we're moving on to is The Office. You guys have never seen The Office before. I don't think I've never shared it with you. So I'm going to give you guys, I want to take today, while we're kind of chatty, to give you guys an update on the kind of, I'm sorry why the word background in The Office. It sounds very dramatic, but kind of what's going on in The Office. So, long story short, and I'm not going to go into massive detail here because it's just not relevant. But my dad was self-employed for many years, and that was his office. In the house makes sense. He was self-employed. But what happened is we have one, two, three. We have three sections for filing documents in like filing cabinet things. We have a two-drawer unit. We have this like blue box, which was like the original one, the boxes and they're file, you put the files in them. And then we have a drawer in the desk. We have them. We have one, two, we have minimum of two shelves. They're decent sized shelves full of folders. They're all like related documents. There's so guys, I can't explain to you how much paper. I can't. I can't. So anyway, in advance of this series, I did some research. So we have a paper shredder in the office. I know I've mentioned it before. I was going to do a video on it, guys, but I didn't want to bore you to tears. Um, so basically, it's a really old shredder. It's like we have it like 20 years, I'd say 15 years anyway, but I think more like 20 years. And it's meant to do like 7 sheets at a time or something. And like it's like, oh, it does staples and all that kind of jazz. Whatever. No one cares. Anyway, that doesn't matter because the fact of the matter is now it does about 2 pages, maybe 3. So I was looking into, can you get them serviced, whatever, and you get these like sheets that are like there's lubricant impregnated, I think was the word they used, into the sheets. So you basically you shred. Here's my example here. There's like the lubricant is in here and you shred it because you can't put regular lubricant on a shredder, obviously, because it will, well, not obviously, but the dust you get from paper, it gums up and jams up the whole machine. So you can't use that. And then I found the bottle. You could buy a bottle of this stuff that you drop into the blades, and that was like €30 or something, or €40. And I was like that might work, but it's never been oiled before and it's been used for 20 years. So it could also be a difference. The problem could be sharpness of the blades. And I don't think you can sharpen them. And if you can, I don't know how to do it. I looked into one, I found one company who'd service it and they were like, oh, you will service it for like €70. I was like, I can buy a new one that does the same thing for 30 quid. But anyway, that shredder is a piece of trash. I don't know if I can use that. Yeah, I nearly said another word that you can't use on YouTube. So good for me. Anyway, so I went ahead. I did some research. How we love doing research. Did some research and I picked up a new shredder. Now I went a bit ham on the shredder. I went a bit nuts. I went a bit crazy. Okay, I'll be honest. So I originally tried to do this mother load of shredding. So we originally had this giant cardboard box. So if you guys have, those roller boxes that go under your bed, storage boxes, they're quite big. We had a cardboard box about that size, but it was about, this deep. So I'm going to say it's about a foot deep, foot and a half maybe. Like it's a big, big, big box. I nearly said something. Anyway. So I was like, oh, do you know what? I'll use the shredder. So I ran a couple of companies. It was a couple of €100, which is very expensive for shredding paper. Like I get it. I get it. They're running a business, obviously, and we've a lot of paperwork. One thing they needed though was they needed to know how many pieces of paper there were. And I was like, I don't know. And I was like, can I explain the size to you of the boxes and you can give me a rough estimate? Like I don't mind paying like if you overestimate the pages slightly, like. And like 2 of the companies were like, no, we need within 50 sheets or something. I was like, do you know what? I am not going to sit there for about 10 hours counting these pages because I'm not joking, guys. We have 2 of the plastic boxes in the office and we have 1 cardboard box. I don't know where the cardboard box has gone. It's somewhere because I only shredded half of it. So anyway, long story short, I know the story is absolutely enthralling. Anyway, I'm just giving you background. I'm just giving you a bit of background. So the box the big cardboard box was the biggest one. I got through half of that with our little piece of rubbish shredder. It took me 9 hours. 9 hours. 9 hours. I'm not doing that again. I'm not. I'm not doing it. I can't do it. I can't. I literally sat in the sitting room so I would be as comfortable as possible. You know, I have my nice chair. I have my little bag beside me to put all the shredding into. Also, the bin on that little thing is like that size. It's a little tiny bin. Um, and for anyone who's ever shredded, as you shred, the paper does not get smaller at all. Also, that's a single, it's like a strip shredder. So you have these like reams of ribbons of paper, and I can't even explain to you guys the dust that comes off shredding paper. Like, I have never experienced anything like it in my life. I think I had to hoover the carpet about 4 times just to get rid of it. But anyway, I'm waffling. I'm so sorry. This is probably not very interesting. But hey, look, here we are. I'm sorry. I love you guys really. I'm not trying to bore you, I promise. Anyway, so what I did was I went looking. So they have all these shredders. They're like, this one does 6. This one does 9 sheets. This one does 7 sheets. This one does 6. I was like, it's 25 years, I think, roughly 25 years since we bought this shredder. And they still only do 7 pages. This is a literal and actual joke. And the price of them, they're like €60, €85, blah, blah. I found one that was like 29.99 that claimed to do 9 sheets at a time. Then I read the reviews. It doesn't do 9 sheets at a time, guys. It just doesn't. It's just not a fact. It's just not true. But anyway, so I did some looking at all this kind of jazz, and I again rang around a couple of companies, a couple of £100, blah blah, whatever. And I had to say to myself, from a business standpoint, is it worth my time spending the next 6 to 9 months shredding all this paper, a couple of pages at a time, once a week, taking a day, a couple of hours? No, it isn't. It isn't. It's not. So one shredder I looked at, the one I was thinking about buying, was a shredder that does 45 sheets. Now I wanted to buy it here in Dublin. I wanted to go into a shop because keep the carbon footprint down, lads. There's only one shop that had it. And they were all, it's great, it's amazing, it's the best shredder. Ugh. And they were all like pizzazz on their website. Like, come get this one. This is the one you need. This is the one you want. Available in store, delivery 5 days. Like, this is like the best shredder, but they don't even keep it in stock. I was like, so I went looking, and eventually I found it, and I found it on Amazon. Amazon didn't let me down. I found it on Amazon, and the one on Amazon didn't do 45 sheets, so they had a 50 sheet one, and it was €30 cheaper. So I went ahead and I bought it on Amazon. So it does 50 sheets at a time. I just put them in and just let it run. So I got that. God, this is a long story about shredding. My God. If you're still here, thank you. Love you. You're amazing. If you've gone, fair, I get it. Like, anyway, so I've bought that. That's going to be our super exciting new addition to our video. You're going to be seeing that running probably the whole time in the back of the video. So we have 3 boxes of shredding because my dad had a business for like 20 odd years. And a good few years back, my mom, bless her heart, went through the files and the documents and all the things and took out loads of them. And this was before GDPR, which, by the way, came in 2018. So back then, I know you had to keep 7 years of records. Back into day. I thought you still had to. You don't. It's 6 years now, apparently. But anyway, about a year or so ago, I don't know when, I was going through my file, and my own like little file that I have, I don't have much stuff, was like yay big, which is like too much paper, and half the paper was from 10 years ago. I was like, I don't need that. Like, fair enough, keep your your certs, your college degrees, your birth certs, that kind of jazz. But you don't need your bank statements from 2011. You just don't. Like, why do you have them? You don't need them. So we went through and took out a good bit of stuff, but what I didn't realize was we did a couple of folders, but what I didn't realize there was 10 more folders on the other shelf. So the crux of all this is, guys, I'm Irish. We don't know how to make a long story short. We love to say to make a long story short, but I don't think we ever actually succeed at it. So I apologize for waffling for 10 minutes about this. Also, I'm tired and I'm still recovering, so my brain is not working at full capacity right now. I'm going to have some more coffee. But anyway, so long story short, we have 3 massive boxes of paper to go through. So I haven't even started them yet because I think I'm just going to run them while I'm doing the office. Anyway, we have about, I think, 10 to 15 folders. You're going to see loads of post-its on loads of folders because there's private information, personal information. And the data protection laws, GDPR, for those of you who have heard of it. If you're in Europe, we've GDPR. They're very strict. They have very strict conditions about people's data, that kind of jazz. We don't really have any personal information for anyone in our documentation, so we're good there. I've been doing like some research into that and what we need to do and to make sure we're up standard, which is also one of the reasons why I bought this new shredder, because it's a crosscut, I believe, which just makes life much easier. But yeah, so there's going to be a lot of that going on. We have so much to get through. There is a pile of games in the office because that's where we had the only computer in the house used to be in the office. So all my brother's all games are in there, and I think there's one of mine, which I don't really care about, to be honest. It's SimCity 3000. I'm not even sure if it'll run anymore, to be honest, because it's so old. And I'm pretty sure I have it on Origin, so I don't need it anymore. Also, it's a disc, and I don't have a disc. There's no disc drive in in my laptop. I don't even think there's a disc drive in this computer that I'm on at the moment, which is my desktop. But anyway, yeah, I've no way to access it. So anyway, we've loads of games to get rid of. We've loads of discs. Guys, you're gonna love. We have two boxes. I want to repeat this. Not one, but two. We could have more. Not one, but two boxes of floppy disks. Glad you held on to them. So we have to get rid of them. We have so much paperwork to go through, guys. I can't. Like, I can't explain how much paperwork it is. My dad's a big fan of the hard copy. He can have a PDF, but he also likes to have a piece of paper in his hands. So we have a lot of shredding to get through. Like, you guys aren't even going to understand till you see how many folders. And we haven't even gone through the folders yet. And oh yes, so we have one set of drawers, and the top drawer has written on it the thing, and then 1999 to 2000. So this particular type of like form that he has, or like paperwork that he has, we have 99 to 2000, 2000 to 2001. I will let you continue on up until he closed the business, which was around, I want to say, 2021. None of them were ever shredded. No, not one. They're all there. I get to do it all. I get the glorious joy of doing it all. So yeah. Anyway, that's why I bought my super awesome new shredder that cost way too much money. But hey, here we are. Anyway, we're gonna be going through the office. There's some stuff I'd like to do in the office. Again, it is not my office. As you guys know, I do not have an office. So yes. We're going to be going through that. You guys have never seen the room before. There is a lot of stuff in it. Like, there is so much stuff in it. Some of the stuff is in it, I don't even know why it's in it. There's a lot of furniture in it. Like, it is a small room. So I'm going to apologize in advance for the camera angles, because they're probably going to be pretty random. But yeah, so sorry guys, let me just check something really quickly. Yes, perfect. Sorry, my computer did a weird thing there, and I wanted to just make sure I was still live. But yeah, anyway, so we've a lot of stuff to get through. There's loads of electronics out there. There's old hard drive. Actually, that reminds me, I have to ring my brother and ask him, does he still want those hard drives? Or can I destroy them? They're like just from old laptops like 10 years ago. I don't know if he's taken all the stuff off them yet or not. We've hard drives, we've cables, we have old motherboards. Yeah, because me and my brother, well, mainly my brother, but I also helped. We just build our own computers. We don't buy the ones in the shop because they're horrendously overpriced. If you buy the parts separately, it's way cheaper, and you get way better parts. But we've a lot of that kind of stuff. We've paperwork. We have, guys. I can't. I know I've said it so many times, and I'm sorry for going on, but I literally can't explain to you how much paper there is. There's so much paper. But yes, we've all that to go through, and the shelves need to be all gone through. There's piles of stuff. As I said, the business doesn't exist anymore. So my dad's retired, so we've a lot of stuff to get through, and I'm trying to see if we can consolidate stuff into, we might have 3 folders or whatever or there could be invoices that are in across 2 or 3 different, because they were designed that way at the time, I think, for paid, unpaid, or I'm not even entirely sure how the system is. I'll have to look at it better. But basically, we're doing that. So I'll have to go through all that and see if we can consolidate down into more folders. Ideally, what I would love to do, and I don't know if we'll be able to do it, is the storage boxes that we have for the stuff that I am gonna have to shred because it's all really, really old. It's stuff that came out of the attic. I've definitely shown you guys it before. If we can store everything in one of them would be my ideal situation, or even something smaller than them. Because we got to keep 6 years of records for data protection reasons. And also I think you should keep revenue records for 6 years as well. I'm not entirely sure for the tax, but anyway, we're going to keep 6 years of records and hopefully get rid of everything else. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to bringing you into the room as well. And you get to see the horrible carpet that's in it. It's a real office carpet. But yeah, we've a lot of furniture. We've the big desk, we have the computer desk, we have the drawer unit for the little stuff that goes back to 1999. Then we have a filing cabinet drawer beside that. Then we have another little side table at the end where the printer is. Then we have a big bookshelf on that wall. And then over the computer, there's another bookshelf. And then so that's like a single bookshelf. There's like 4 over this side. And then when you go over then this end over like the main desk, not the computer desk, there's another 2 shelves. So many shelves, guys. So many shelves. There's so many office supplies. There's a lot of office supplies that I took out of my room. And I know I mentioned this to you guys when I was doing the room, both the last time and the current time. And I kind of said to my dad, "Oh, do you want these? Will you use them?" And he took it. So you may see some of that stuff repeated down there because he took quite a bit of it. And we kind of now store spare office supplies down there as well, apart from obviously what I have in my room. But yeah, sorry, I think it's dog hair. The delights. Anyway, I think that's all I have for you guys today. I'm trying to think, is there anything else? Talked about that. Talked about the office. Yeah. Yeah, and also I'm kind of glad that the way we're lining up here at the office, because we're kind of getting into back to school season as well. We're getting into back to college, back to work. For those people who take like summer off, I know like teachers and stuff like that are off for the summer. But I'm just happy that it lined up really well. Like if this was 3 weeks ago, I would have done it 3 weeks ago, the office. But it's going to be a big job. It's going to be a lot of work. I'm really looking forward to seeing how it turns out. Um, am I looking forward to spending probably 20 plus hours shredding? Not really, but sure, hey, I'm probably exaggerating with 20 plus hours because the thing does 50 sheets at a time. So I'm probably gonna have to count the first like 50 or so I can get a rough approximation. And then sure, like if we do 47, like I'm not gonna lose sleep over it. But yeah, so that's all coming up soon. Then following that, hopefully the renovations will start, so we'll have some footage on that, hopefully. Fingers crossed. If I can film the solar panels, I will. Again, the reason I say if I can is because obviously I'm not installing the solar panels because I'm not getting up on the roof, nor do I know anything about how to install a solar panel. But obviously there's other people installing them, so if they're like, I don't want to be filmed, then I'll be like, fine, because I respect people's boundaries. But yeah, I'll try and get some clips if I can. We got the garden power wash there a few weeks back, and I meant to make a short video on that, but I never got the end product. I meant to film it and then I forgot. And then I drove my car in after it had rained, and there's a big black stain on the ground from my tire. But yeah, because the puddle was filthy dirty. Anyway, I have waffled your ears off long enough. I think I'm going to wrap up here. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I know it was incredibly waffly. It's not my usual kind of thing. It's pretty usual for a live, let's be real. But yeah. Anyway, if you guys have any questions, if you guys have any suggestions, if then you guys want to ask me or anything like that, suggestions for videos, right? And you can, as always, drop them in the comments down below, or anyone you ask me, drop them in the comments down below. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you found it somewhat entertaining, if nothing else. Just kind of wanted to give you guys an update of what we're going to be doing for the next while. I'd say this office video is going to be a minimum of 2 parts. it may end up being more. It may be 3 or 4. It depends how long everything takes me. And if there's anything in particular you guys want me to talk about, I'm probably going to be doing as well a couple of videos. So during the renovations and when the solar panels and all that stuff are gone in, it's going to be kind of hard for me to plan filming and stuff because obviously, as I said, I can't control if people don't want to be filmed. I can't film them, whatever. But yes, it's kind of, I'm gonna try and maybe do a couple of videos. I know I had mentioned to you guys before about the Swedish deck cleaning and the different and KonMari method and the different types of videos. I also recently discovered, it was mentioned to me before, another YouTube channel called The Suitcase Designer. But I meant to keep looking into it and I kept saying I would and then I forgot. And then a video came up with my suggestion in my suggestions called the Space Saver method, I think it's called, which turns out is the Suitcase Designer. She renamed her channel, which is why I couldn't find her when I did in fact look for her. But anyway, so watch her. She has a whole, like, it's similar method, but it's different. So she has a kind of different method of decluttering as well. So, and then obviously you've like Fly Lady and there's loads. Anyway, so I'm probably gonna do a video with that. I might even do like a little series and do kind of a synopsis or whatever. If you guys would be interested, let me know down below. Kind of what each of them does, how they work, you know, what the kind of goal is, all that kind of stuff. Anyway, as I said, let me know down below. I'm going to wrap up today's video here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. I hope you have a fantastic weekend and a wonderful week ahead. And I will talk to y'all soon. Okay, love y'all. Bye.